Little end of May garden tour, last day of May. Things are really starting to come along. Hydrangeas are budded, annuals are in, hollyhocks are coming, and the foxgloves are amazing. I think they look so amazing. These were all seeded by themselves by this one plant right in the front here. They look so beautiful. I need to switch out the front planters, but they look so good still. I hate to pull them out. These foxgloves are massive. Ugh. And that plant in the back there is a type of honeysuckle. And I'm waiting for that to bloom. It's so pretty. I can't wait to see that one. And catmint is coming along. I think I have to trim it soon, but we'll get to that. My little shady garden here is looking good. Everything's blooming. And again, I have to change out these pots from spring to summer. Not sure what I'm going to put in those, but all of these look pretty good. We have some heuchera and avens. I love the avens. They're so pretty. They have just like the prettiest little flower on them. And there's some in the back there too that are super pretty. I love that color. One of my faves. And then there's lavender mixed in here and a bunch of other perennials. I really like the pop of the kind of mahogany color. It's really pretty. So pretty this year. Little mailbox driveway garden. Doing okay. We're going to do a little weeding there in the front, but we'll get to that. And everything else looks pretty good. Some lavender. I forget the name of that one perennial, right? These two right here. Baptisia, that's it. Those are coming. It's kind of a little shady here, so they don't get as much sun, but they still bloom. And my little evergreen is looking good. And the lavender's looking pretty good. It's so amazing how lavender looks like it's dead, and then it looks like this. Because I could have sworn half of these were dead, but you never know. You have to wait with lavender. And this is a reseeded little, seeded itself, I think Shasta daisy. Don't know where that came from. And I have a new hosta that I got at a plant sale that is ginormous. And I'm just leaving it in a pot for now. I got it for $12 at the local plant sale. And I'm gonna, I think in the fall, maybe divide it, or I don't know, maybe wait. We'll see. I may just put it in the ground and wait till next spring and then divide it. So yeah, get a few plants for that. Redo these containers too from spring, transition to summer. But again, they still look so good. I hate to pull them out, but I will soon. Gonna do like a 4th of July thing with those, I think. And these are just my two evergreens that are looking pretty good. Here's my little side shady garden. Lots of new plants in here and tons of weeds in the back, as you can see. I have my work cut out for me in that. But I started putting in some ferns here and some other perennial geraniums and lady's mantle, lamium. And then I did a container that I think came out pretty good with another fern in it that I can put in the ground after. And then just kind of repeated down here as well. And then the entrance to my garden here, to the backyard, I've got this autumn clematis growing, climbing. This will cover this whole thing by the time like August hits, and then it blooms late August. Beautiful. And I've got my boxwoods that are doing pretty good. Just added a little potato vine in there. And then this little side garden has some foxgloves that are growing and some more heuchera. I love this color, heuchera. It's so pretty, that caramel color. And then my greenhouse is it's emptying out little by little. Same repeat over here. And then I'm waiting for this to grow this year. This is a Sun King Aurelia. It's going to get very big. So I'm really waiting to see that. It's a really pretty color in the garden. And then my newly planted last year, these are Pinky Winky hydrangeas, and they've put on a ton of growth. I bought them and they were little quarts when I got them. So they've really doubled in like a year. They're going to get very big and hopefully cover this space in the back that needs a ton of work. But that's another project for another day. Not happening right now. And so I've got 4 of these and a hosta here. And my annuals in that back little container. Hopefully that will fill in. And then again, 2 more Pinky Winkies over here with another Sun King Aurelia. And this is a fluffy arbor verde, kind of a new plant, put it in last fall. It's doing pretty good, it's just small. And then a couple of arbor verdes here. I need to work on this bed, and it needs mulching. So does this. And I think there's a clematis in the middle there that's growing, and a couple of chrysanthemums that I had put in from last fall. So this bed needs a little work. And then back here is a plant, I think it's called a Glow Girl, and it's a spirea. Has white blooms on it. It's very pretty. It's still small. It's only a year old. And then I've got my roses here. There's a bunch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roses and some salvia in the middle. We'll eventually take this fence down, but for now, it's just protecting them from the rabbits. And then this bed here is going to be an annual bed. I'm going to do, I think, red, white, and blue. That's just a dahlia in the middle that I need to move. But I did put in some of the Rockin' blue suede shoes, salvia, so those will get big with the blue. There's delphinium in the back. I'm going to add another one. And then do white and red for the annuals in this whole garden. So it'll all fill in with red, white, and blue annuals and match the little flag in the back. And then we've got just some things back here. Again, need to mulch all these beds. They haven't been done yet. I put in a bunch of new Rebecca and coneflowers here. There's a whole bunch from seed that I grow that are coming up. And I actually did a vine, black-eyed Susan vine that hopefully will climb on that trellis and look nice this summer. And just a few other random miscellaneous things I need to do back here, like fill in these were beautiful tulips, and they came back from last year, surprisingly. So I'm going to fill those up with some new compost and then add maybe some annuals in these for the rest of the season. And then the sunflower bed is all ready. It's all in. I seeded everything. It's covered with netting. It's doing well. There's already some coming up. You can't really see them yet through the netting, but I see a couple of little sprouts. So this will be all sunflowers, and the front part is my dahlias over here. You can see them really taking off. I did leave some in the grow bags, but then the others I planted in all the way across. So those will be sunflowers, dahlias, and kind of a mixed bag of plants. I have some lavender growing all around the side. Again, this lavender, you would have sworn it was dead, but it's just amazing to me how it comes back. I almost pulled it out. That's how bad it was, but it looks good now. It's really happy, so I'm just gonna go with it. And then this bed here, which kind of circles around, this is sort of a half done bed. These are just more Baptisia and Shasta daisies and bee balm. And then I've got some Hanacloa grass here in the front. I need to still fill in again, mulch this area, and fill in with some few annuals, I think, as well. And then we go over to the vegetable garden here. Again, more lavender. And I've got a few things growing here. Some calendula in the front and some other various, there's like mountain mint back here. I think that's actually a weed. I need to take care of that. And there's some other things popping up here. I can't remember what they are. And then over here, I've got a tomato plant just kind of randomly soaking in the sun. And then I have a few lilies back here. This bed over here is not developed yet, so this kind of like slice, I'm gonna put some shady plants back here eventually, but again, that's another project. And then my other herbs and vegetables are doing good. We've got basil in here with some tomatoes, again where the trellises are. And then I've got thyme and lemon thyme, then savory here, another herb. And then I've got some lemon verbena, which I love. That's an amazing herb if anyone wants to grow it. So easy to grow. Can use it in so many things. It's so delicious. Tea or even cooking, any recipe you can put it in. It's so delicious. And then I've got my red peppers, my green peppers, red peppers, cilantro, more lemon verbena here. And then this is a banana pepper. And then some more mints over here, a whole bunch of mint, different mint, and some oregano and more thyme. And then oh wow, look at these. We had some rain the last few days. Boy, those onions really grew. They look like they're really taking off, so they're good. And then just some bells of Ireland I stuck in here to see if I could grow them. I grew them from seed. We'll see how they do. And then my garlic is looking great. It's really coming along. I'll be harvesting that hopefully in July-ish. And then let's go around this way. Again, more lavender all the way down. It's looking good. It's coming along. And then this garden is seeded up with it looks like weeds, but it's not. These little seedlings here I grew from seed this year. Those are straw flowers. And then I've got some more yarrow down here and some little yarrows that I grew from seed. And then also threw in a whole bunch of zinnias and cosmos in here. So hopefully this bed will fill in. And I do have my sea hollies back here. That's starting to come. And it's called eryngium as well. And a couple of random other things back here. I think there's a hollyhock. And then I think that weed-looking thing is actually milkweed for the butterflies. And so is that one. That might be a butterfly weed, the other one, this one here. So hopefully this will fill in and look great. And then this is my sedum garden. Sorry for the shadow. And also that's catmint. But this is mostly different types of sedums in here with a couple of miscellaneous plants thrown in, but lots of sedum. I love the sedum. It's so pretty in the later part of the summer. And then these are the Montauk daisies in a circle here. I am going to do a Chelsea chop on these soon. If you cut them back right about now, they will fill in fuller and thicker, and maybe it only causes them to bloom maybe a couple weeks later than normal, but otherwise they flop. So I'm gonna cut these, and then they'll push more growth and fill in and be thicker and stay upright. So it's a little tip with the Chelsea chop. And I've got some more catmint here, Nepeta on both sides that I put in this year. More sedum on the end here. This is a pretty one. It's called October Daphne. Gets really pretty as the summer goes on. And then this is my new garden back here that we just put in. We just mulched it all. I added some lamium, Hanacloa grass, and I put a new hydrangea down here. This is an oak leaf. It will get fairly large as well. And our new little guy here, so cute. And that is a fake snake. I think it does work. I'm not sure. So far, so good with the rabbits. They seem to maybe think it's real for now. And I put these like smelly little balls in here. And they're They smell like mothballs. They don't smell great, but I think it's working. They're not eating. They started to chomp on that. And so now I haven't had any activity since then. And then this bed still needs to be finished. I have to get rid of all the grass and then mulch. Did this half, but then I ran out. So, and then these are doing great. The hydrangeas, we transplanted 1, 2, 3 of these last year. These are Limelight Primes and they're doing great. We moved them from the front. These are 2 new ones this year. And then in between these are Bobo hydrangeas. So they're white and then they turn like a pink in the fall, pink to like a cranberry color in the fall. And then just my little new pot here that I put in some stuff. So things are looking good. My roses are coming along. They need a little bit of trimming and training. I need to train those top pieces to go to the left and the right. But this is a David Austin, Claire Austin rose. And then I've got more lamium. Lamium does so well here in my garden because it's pretty shady over here. So it seems to do, you can even tell the difference between, this is the shady one, and then this one is a little more in the sun. See how it's a little more yellow? So I might actually move these to another place because I don't know if they're super happy here. Anyway, this will fill in. Hydrangea, this is another type of hydrangea. I forget the name of it. I'll have to look that one up. But I've got a few different things in here. Shasta daisies, some I believe also a type of Rebecca, can't remember. And those are anemones in the back, which will bloom more in the fall, those 2 right there. And then got some leftover tulips, just letting them soak in the sun. So another hydrangea here that's new. So that one is the same as that one. And then I've also got 2 more hydrangeas in the middle. But they're small, but see those 2 right there? Those should fill in eventually. Eventually, I want this to be mostly hydrangeas with just a few accent plants. But until they grow, I've got other things in here for now. I planted my snapdragons, so they're doing okay. And this side, we've got more yarrow, kind of a mix again. Some alliums in the front. And then snapdragons that I put in grew from seed this winter. They're the little things that look like weeds, but they're not. And hollyhocks in the back. Also, this little plant and this plant here are the whirling butterflies, the Gara. Those are so pretty. They get really tall and kind of float in the breeze. They're very pretty. And then on my rocks, I've just got some more salvia. I think these are that's a coneflower, but those I think are weeds. So I need to get rid of those. So just ignore those for now. And some more Rebecca and more salvia here that I put in. And then I've got some more sedum on either side here. And then annuals in the middle, and that's a Shasta daisy. And these are Rebecca here with my little mermaid. And then same repeat over here. Annuals with the sedum and the Shasta daisies. And then that is also clematis growing up that trellis. And then I've got my other knockout rose here, which is super dependable. Comes back, no issues, it doesn't have any problems usually. It just blooms all summer long. It's so beautiful. And then these are some of my other coneflowers I need to get into the ground that I grew from seed this year. And we've got a few things here as well with the other mermaid on the shell phone. We call her Shelly. And then more lavender down the end here. So that's about it. Just still have a few things straggling back here. I have some lavender to get in, and these also new this year. I put these new evergreens in, so they're looking pretty good. They seem happy. Put a little alyssum in the bottom, just sprinkled it, so that's growing. And that's it. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's beautiful here on Cape Cod. Kind of chilly still, but not bad. Today's about in the mid high 60s. So hopefully things will keep getting better and better. Hope you're getting your garden today.